tomatoes, potatoes, and onions, so it has large holes in it to breathe. It is made with a square double reversible knot, which means it looks the same from that side and from this side. For Bahamian basket weaving, you really need just two things: palm fronds and a scissor. Now, some people also like to have a cork with a needle in it, but I find it's not necessary. So the first thing you do is you split your palm frond in half just to create the largest, longest thread. Once you've done that, you're going to separate the individual leaflets, and what you're going to end up with is sort of a folded leaflet. What we're going to then do is split the spine off, because that is too stiff, and we make that part of the filler, and we split the remainder to make your thread. As you can see in this basket, you have a filler portion and you have a thread that you use for wrapping. You want to start making your basket by making the center of the basket. Then you move on to making a row of double reversible stitches. You can fill that in to make the hole very small, and then you make multiple rows like this. Any part of the leaves can be used for basket weaving. And the reason it's called a silver palm is you can see the underside of the leaves are very silvery. The locals mainly use the inner spire or shoot. As you can see from this example, there are two easily visible shoots that are very, very dense. Using the longest one of them and cutting it just by the stem provides you with the lightest of colors for your basket weaving. But you can also use the big green leaf, and if you like colors, even the dried dead ones like these. Here are some examples of the kind of baskets and trivets that I have made with palm fronds. To start our basket, we need to create a center like this. We do that by taking our thread, taking the pointy end and wrapping it twice around our finger. Now take one of your threads and bring it through the center making continuous loops until you've gone all the way around, like this. Okay, once you've gone all the way around, turn it over, and now you're going to wrap around your filler twice. Wrap, wrap. Then you make a loop through the hole. Wrap it one more time around your filler, and then come from the back through that hole and make a knot. Wrap again, wrap twice, wrap, wrap, make a loop through the hole, wrap one more time, and now create your knot by coming from the back and pull it tight. Wrap, wrap, make a loop through the hole, wrap around again, and make your knot. And now you've run out of thread, so we're going to take another thread. We're going to take the pointy end and bring it through the hole and make part of that thread become part of the filler. Now tie a knot, wrap, wrap, make a loop, wrap, make your knot, and pull it tight. Now my filler feels kind of thin to me, so I'm going to take some of that filler that I have here. I'm going to cut it all the same length so it's easy to push in between my filler, like that. Wrap, wrap, and the wrapping secures that. Loop, wrap, and a knot, and pull it tight. Okay, you keep going all the way around until it looks like this. Now for me, that hole is just plain too big, so I'm going to keep going around to fill that hole some. Wrap, wrap, go back through the center, and make my knot. Okay, so I've gone one more time around. The hole is still kind of big, but it's okay. So you've got your wraps, your loops, and your knots. And now we're going to start our first real row. Wrap, wrap, and now instead of going through the center, we're going through the first hole we reach, make a loop, another wrap, come from the back, and okay, wrap, wrap, a loop through the next hole, another wrap, come from the back, and tie your knot and pull it tight. Wrap, loop through the next hole, wrap one more time, come from the back, and tie your knot. And you're going to make lots and lots of rows of those. So here's an example where I've made about 6 rows, and I decided to make a small basket. So when I want the sides of the basket to come up, all I do is I rotate them up like this, and the process continues. Your needle, point of the needle through the hole, tie your knot, wrap, wrap, loop through the hole, wrap, come from the back, and tie your knot. You do that for as many rows as you want until you end up with the basket like you want. Alright, so I've worked on this basket for about 4 hours, and I've brought the sides up, and then I brought the sides out, and now I'm done. So I have some filler left, and to finish off the basket, I'm going to wrap around the filler, and I'm going to make that come back. So I'm going to bring my thread through the hole to secure it. And then I'm going to cut some of these longer pieces off. Secure this on the inside by coming back out and going back into the basket. And there is your basket. So review. We make a center. We make our first row around it. And then we start going into the holes. Come around and around as far as you want, and then when you want your basket to come up, the walls come up, then you just simply shift it up. And there is your Bahamian basket.